If someone were to ask you, what comes to mind when you think of the word holiness? What image do you have when you talk about connecting to something holy? Many people would right away conclude that it's about engaging in some sort of spiritual experience. Many people understand that being involved in the material and the mundane is often an unholy experience, and therefore to achieve holiness, one needs to detach, transcend, go higher than the physical and connect to something spiritual. While on one level that might be true, it is actually a mistake. In this week's Parsha, which is a double Parsha, Achrei and Kedoshim, at the beginning of the second Parsha, we read that God commands us, Kedoshim tiyu, be holy. Be holy. It's a command in the Torah to be holy. Now it's a strange command. There's a command to put on tefillin, to light Shabbos candles, to light Hanukkah candles. Those are actions. You can command someone to do something. What does the command mean to be holy? So the commentaries point out a fascinating thing. If you look in the Torah, whenever it talks about being holy, the idea of hiskadishtem, kedoshim, the idea of kedusha, holiness, it is not in relation to Torah study or prayer or any other great lofty spiritual experience. It's always in one of two areas. It's always associated with food, the prohibitions of eating what we can eat or we can't eat, or general eating, and sexuality, about forbidden relationships, permitted relationships, sanctity of marriage, and so on and so forth. Why is that? Those are the two most physical areas of our life, and yet that's when the Torah talks about holiness. Because holiness is not spirituality. Holiness is about connecting to God, who is holy. And holiness means bringing God, bringing the holiness of God into our lives. Not detaching from our lives, but bringing God into our lives. The real holiness is achieved when we bring Kedusha, when we bring holiness and sanctity into the physical experiences of our life. When we bring holiness and sanctity into our marriages and sexual relationships. When we bring spirituality and holiness into the food that we eat. Like Nachmanides says about this week's Parsha, that a person can eat kosher and yet be so indulgent that it's an unholy person. So it's about, even when we engage in eating something as physical and mundane as eating, to do it for the right reason, not to indulge, to make a blessing before, to eat for the right intention, to bring holiness into those physical experiences. Of course we need spirituality to boost us. Of course we need spiritual experiences to give us the gauge and the compass of where we're going. But the ultimate holiness is not in spiritual experiences. The ultimate holiness is specifically in the physical and the mundane, bringing God into the physical part of our experience. Have a good day and a wonderful Shabbos.